Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome back to another Ask Me video. I figured I'd do more of these. Something like once a month is the goal for 2017, because tech moves fast, and also because it's a New Year's resolution. So I asked you guys on Twitter, of course, and these were your tweets. And maybe I can get questions from other places. If you have suggestions, leave a comment below, but again, it's Twitter this time. So why exactly did you switch back to the Mac Pro? So if you've been following my Snapchat story or any of the things I've tweeted about recently, yeah, I switched back from editing full-time these videos on a MacBook Pro to the Mac Pro again. And honestly, neither solution is perfectly ideal for what I do right now. The Mac Pro is an old, aging 2013, seriously 4-year-old computer that is still the highest end version that Apple makes. And the MacBook Pro, while it still has pretty decent new parts and everything, still doesn't quite keep up with obviously super high resolution raw red footage. So anytime I bring this up, obviously people are like, oh, well, you use Final Cut Pro, maybe just try Adobe Premiere, maybe build a PC for editing videos. Well, that's something I did already a couple years ago, and I switched from that to Final Cut Pro for a bunch of other reasons, including performance. So I know it sounds hypocritical to stick with Final Cut Pro, but I feel like a new Mac Pro this year will solve, hopefully, a lot of my problems. What will you do if you win the Shorty Award? So if you haven't heard, I am nominated at this point for YouTuber of the Year by the Shorty Awards, which honestly by itself is a pretty big honor. I'm on a list with people like Niga Higa, Philip DeFranco, Lily Singh, people who are obviously huge, amazing YouTube channels who make great videos. So that's cool enough for me. I'll link below if you want to vote for me, which that's very nice of you, but if the award ever shows up here, obviously I have a shelf now that I could put it on, which would be pretty cool. Link below if you want to make that happen. What's your favorite wolfpack song? Okay, you know when you kind of find like a new artist that you didn't know existed, but happens to be like the exact kind of music that you like, and then you just go down this little rabbit hole of all the songs they've ever made and find your favorites? That's what just happened to me in like the last 2 weeks with wolfpack. So I will also link them below and all the songs they've made. I'm gonna go with 1612 as my favorite, but obviously there's way more to pick from. Your thoughts on the leaked images of the Galaxy S8 and the LG G6? Honestly, a lot of the leaks for smartphones this year have started to look pretty good. And I mean, that's just not even counting iPhone 8, which is coming later, or Note 8, which is coming later. But if you've seen Galaxy S8 stuff, if we ignore the fact that the fingerprint reader looks like it's in kind of a weird spot, I'm just excited for the fact that it looks like a nearly actually bezel-less phone. The chin is tiny, the forehead's tiny, so what if the speakers are bad? Like, that's a really cool looking phone. And then LG G6 also looks to be somewhat along those lines. We'll see that one probably before the Samsung, so I'm pretty psyched. I'm pretty jazzed for what phones are gonna look like this year. If Elon Musk gave you a free ticket to Mars, would you go? This is gonna sound maybe a little weird, but I think that's entirely dependent on the internet. Like, does Mars have its own internet? Light takes like a little while to get from Earth to Mars. Would we need our own satellites and our own separate internet? Our own separate YouTube? Would I not be able to watch any videos that currently exist on YouTube if I go to Mars and have Mars internet? Or would we all just deal with a tremendously huge lag to game and watch videos and consume internet from Earth? Is that how it would work? I guess what I'm trying to say is I probably wouldn't be one of the first people to go, but if I got a free ticket, I think I'd be down to be in like the second wave. Dead shoe battery was the 2016 sentence. Any 2017 sentence you expect you would say soon? That's a confusingly worded question. But you know how in the video about the hyperadapts I said dead shoe battery situation? That's a very 2016 sentence. I think a 2017 sentence would just kind of be like, oh, this one still has a headphone jack. Is the phone behind you for soundproofing or for style? Okay, so this person's picked up on the fact that there's actually foam behind me in another one of my videos on the other side of the studio. That is for both, actually. Sam says, who else would you like to interview and what YouTubers do you want to collab with that you haven't yet? I think there's tons of good answers for both, and I'll throw out Elon Musk as a name of a person that I would love to interview, but obviously that's really hard to do. But for collaborating with other YouTubers, I actually have a really good idea for a video series that I'm gonna tweet about soon. I think it's a great idea, but I'm gonna tweet it just to make sure it gets you guys approval on it, but I think it would be a great way to collaborate with a bunch of other people. So look for that soon on Twitter. It still ties in a little bit of tech too. It's perfect. I think it's really good. Here's a somewhat technical one. Do you use color grading on your videos? If so, can you teach us? The honest answer is I try to avoid color grading. I mostly stick to what's called color correction. Most of my videos about gadgets and devices that are helping people make purchase decisions are people want to see this device as realistic as possible. I want to make the video look as real, true to life as a person looking at the device as possible. So I've mentioned this before, there's all kinds of great ways to color grade and make videos look super cinematic, or you can change the mood or the look of a video with both music and really dramatic blue, green, magenta, all kinds of color grading. But if I'm just trying to find out if the iPhone would kind of look good in my pocket, or if I kind of like the way a certain software looks, none of that's actually gonna help. So long story short, with most reviews and most device videos and stuff like that, I don't really grade. It'll look as close to real life as possible, but I guess with a little more creative videos, or maybe the Dope Tech series or stuff like that, where you're maybe not trying to buy it at that moment, but you just kind of want to see cool looking stuff, that I will grade a little bit more. So there you have it. Thanks for asking your questions for those of you who did today on Twitter. And again, stay tuned for the Twitter idea that I'm gonna just plant and see if you guys have any ideas, because there's gonna be people I think this playlist will line up with. I don't wanna spoil it too much. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.